everyone. Let me begin today's session building resilience with Nelson Mandela's quote, "Do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again." My ramp building on my journey to freedom was slow, but it was steady and constantly moving forward. I had achieved a few major milestones on the roadmap I created a year ago. Every step on the path required me to put in massive energy, thought process, and a razor-sharp focus. By now, I had become financially independent, but the workplace was setting its own challenges. This was my first job, and I had yet to pick up all the nuances. I was fresh and still not left the lingering victim mentality behind. But that was no excuse. I had no other option. It was either a fight or flight, and I was going to fight. Everyday challenges and stress at work was coming back home with me stuck into my psyche. I could not carry my work stress home or home stress to work. They had to be kept segregated. Also, my mind had lost all capacity to manage all of it together. So I learned to segment and compartmentalize my worries. I had become strong, but had not yet learned to bounce back from the stressed mind to my original state. I carried all the burden piled up in my brain. There was times when I came back home from work distressed, feeling like a failure, entering the doors to new challenges waiting at home. I would choke and straight away go to the bathroom and let myself cry a bit and even howl to loosen my heavy heart from the day and the pent-up emotions, wipe my eyes, wash my face, and come out with more fervor and strength to face the new challenges and become a better professional, most fundamental and key to my success. My second victory was sending all the 3 kids to boarding schools at a young age, away from the toxic environment. They were very young, 13 and 9, but that had left me alone and lonely. The empty nest picked me all over my body and I felt barren ballad. However, I had to carry on my mission and remain strong. My day would pass at work, but evening became awfully abusive. Although I was taking care of myself physically, I was still not there as far as my mental and emotional strength was concerned. I needed that adaptability and flexibility to bounce back and not remain in the state of hurt for long, as that was affecting me negatively and I could not afford to be mentally tired or fatigued. All I needed was a tool to make me like an elastic which has property to be stretched as much to its full capacity and then go back to its original normal state. In these days, I did not know the true meaning of the word resilience. I thought it meant being strong. I only knew I had to become stronger both mentally and emotionally for my children, myself, my job, and my aging parents. I could not afford to be rigid, vulnerable, unstable, or fragile. I searched to understand what resilience meant. Well, resilience refers to the ability to bounce back from adversity, setbacks, or challenges and to adapt and thrive in the face of demanding situations. It involves the capacity to withstand and recover from stress, trauma, or adversity and to maintain a sense of stability and well-being despite facing difficult circumstances. I visualize resilience as an elastic which does not get distressed even after it is pulled and returns back to its original state when pulling stops. Resilience is not about avoiding or denying difficulties, but rather about facing them with courage, resourcefulness, and determination. It involves maintaining a positive outlook, finding meaning and purpose in difficult experiences, and actively seeking solutions to problems. Resilient individuals can draw on their inner strengths, coping skills, and support networks to navigate challenges and emerge stronger on the other side. The good news is that resilience can be learned and enhanced by anyone and comes into play when most needed. It is shaped by a combination of individual traits, experiences, and environmental factors, and can be cultivated and strengthened over time through practice, learning, and personal growth. It's a valuable trait that can help individuals thrive in the face of adversity and achieve their goals and aspirations. The first is mental agility. It's the extent to which we adapt and shift our thought processes that would lead to more positive outcomes. Shifting your mindset in the face of a sudden change or challenges enables you to see and pursue new paths forward. From feeling victimized by uncontrollable circumstances, they become empowered to take action. From feeling resentful of what's been lost to being appreciative of what you still have. From believing you are stuck with no options to feeling creative about developing new options. From seeing well-laid plans as ruined to problem solving with new information and new decisions. Doing mental exercises, crossword puzzles, Sudoku, aerobic exercises, and mindfulness are some of the ways that help mental agility. Number 2, emotional control and regulation. Emotional control and regulation is taking any action that alters the intensity of your emotional experience. It doesn't mean suppressing or avoiding emotions. With emotional regulation skills, you can influence which emotions you have as well as how you express them. Ultimately, it means taking control of your emotions. Consider what happens if you find yourself in an altercation or argument with your spouse. Your spouse lashes at you in anger, and that is hurtful. When we are in a reactionary mode, we fire back straight out of the core of that hurt. Your arrow lands and your spouse responds back in the same coin, and so on, leaving you both feeling out of control and strained. When you are more mentally resilient, you recognize that you have a choice when that first angry statement comes your way. Mental resilience gives you the ability to pause and respond in the way you would like in the moment rather than having to reset or mend fences later. In some ways, it's like accessing the wisdom of hindsight in the present moment. Number 3 comes self-compassion. Building self-compassion increases resilience because it helps us shift from shame and fear to a more positive state that allows us to move forward. Self-compassion is not demanding perfection. Waiting for perfection delays matters, delays execution because it never is perfect. Good is good to go. Be gentle to yourself. 4th, adaptability. Resilience involves being flexible and adaptable in the face of change and uncertainty. Resilient individuals can adjust their plans and expectations as circumstances evolve, finding new ways to cope and thrive in changing conditions. Number 5, critical thinking skills. Resilient individuals are effective analytical people who can identify challenges, evaluate potential solutions, and take decisive actions to address problems. They are resourceful and proactive in seeking out solutions to overcome obstacles and achieve their goals. Number 6, optimism. Resilience is often associated with a positive mindset and outlook on life. Resilient individuals tend to focus on their strengths and opportunities rather than dwelling on their weaknesses or limitations. While resilience can contribute to success and achievement, It does not guarantee a smooth or linear path to success. Individuals may encounter setbacks, failures, and obstacles along the way, regardless of their level of resilience. Resilience enables individuals to persevere in the face of setbacks and to learn and grow from their experiences, but it does not eliminate the possibility of failure or disappointment. Number 7, self-care. Resilience involves prioritizing self-care and well-being. Resilient individuals take care of their physical, mental, and emotional health through practices such as exercise, mindfulness, relaxation, and healthy relationships. They recognize the importance of maintaining balance and boundaries in their lives to prevent burnout and exhaustion. Number 8, learning and growth. Resilient individuals view challenges and setbacks as opportunities for learning, growth, and personal development. They are open to feedback, willing to learn from their mistakes, and committed to continuous improvement. They see setbacks as temporary obstacles and on the path to success rather than insurmountable barriers. Let's see how a woman in toxic relationship can manage her resilience in a toxic relationship. A woman may experience a gradual erosion of her mental resilience due to the negative dynamics and harmful behaviors present in the relationship, such as emotional manipulation, isolation, low self-esteem, fear of consequences, normalization of toxic behavior, loss of hope. As the toxic relationship wears on, the woman may feel trapped in a cycle of abuse and despair, unable to envision a future where she can break free and reclaim her life. That leaves her feeling powerless, trapped, and unable to advocate for herself or make a positive change in her life. It's important for women in toxic relationships to recognize these patterns and break their silence, to speak and seek support from trusted friends, family members, or professionals who can help them regain their strength, confidence, autonomy, and resilience. We all have the capacity and capability to access our mental space and build resilience, but most of us have never accessed it. We don't even know that there is a place within us that can transform us. If you have seen documentaries or short films of mountaineers, they keep stretching their physical and mental resilience till they touch the summit. They never say, "I'm going back," without touching the summit. They keep going despite dire circumstances, as achieving their end goal brings meaning to their life. I was in a similar situation when I knew my end goal, my summit, was to escape and break free from the chains of my perpetrator and take my children to a safe place. So I had to first achieve reaching the base camp 1, and then 2 and 3 before reaching the summit, my end goal. I cut through all odds and fight alone with the legal system, society, societal norms. I explored my inner strength to keep building the ramp. It would not have been possible to move forward without building resilience in me when the ramp broke down a couple of times and I had to repave it. Time to wrap up. Takeaways. Resilience refers to the ability to bounce back from adversity, setbacks, or challenges and to adapt and thrive in the face of demanding situations. Building mental resilience involves developing and strengthening various cognitive, emotional, and behavioral skills and strategies that enhance one's ability to cope with adversity and thrive in the face of challenges. We all have the capacity and capability to access our mental space and build resilience, but most of us have never accessed it. We don't even know that there is a place within us that can transform us. So look inside you and access that mental space. Call to action. You can develop resilience through these exercises. One, strengths reflection. Write down at least 5 strengths that you possess, such as determination, creativity, empathy, or perseverance. Reflect on how you have demonstrated these strengths in the past during challenging situations. Consider how you can leverage these strengths to cope with future adversity. 2. Resilience journaling. Start a resilience journal to document your thoughts, feelings, and experiences related to resilience. Each day, take a few minutes to write down one thing you did that demonstrated resilience, no matter how small. Reflect on how you felt during the experience and what you learned from it. Over time, review your journal to track your progress and identify patterns in your resilience building journey. 3. Visualization. Close your eyes and imagine yourself facing a challenging situation with courage and resilience. Visualize yourself overcoming obstacles, staying calm under pressure, and finding solutions to problems. Engage all your senses in visualization. That's important. Imagining the sights, sounds, and sensations associated with resilience. Take deep breaths and focus on feeling empowered and confident in your ability to overcome adversity. 4. Support network wheel. Create a support network wheel. Draw a circle in the center of a piece of paper and print your name inside that center. Then draw lines extending outwards like spokes and print the names of supportive individuals who can provide emotional, practical, and social support along each line, including friends, family members, colleagues, mentors, and professionals who you can turn to for help during challenging times. Reflect on how you can strengthen these relationships and cultivate a supportive network of people who uplift and encourage you. 5. Growth mindset. Reflection. Reflect on your mindset and beliefs about challenges and setbacks. Consider whether you tend to view adversity as a threat or as an opportunity for growth. Challenge yourself to adopt a growth mindset by reframing negative thoughts and focusing on learning and development. Embrace the belief that setbacks are temporary and opportunities for learning and personal development. Incorporating these practices into your routine can empower you to navigate life's challenges with strength, courage, and resilience. Well, that ends my sub-series on my first pillar, belief in self, in which I have talked about self-awareness, self-acceptance, self-love, self-compassion, self-worth, overcoming fear and anxiety, and so on. In the next video, I will talk about my pillar 2, belief in universe. So stay tuned. If you like today's video, please subscribe to it and share with your loved ones. Remember, being strong is good. However, being resilient gives meaning to your life. Bye for now. See you soon.